Hello all. In this session, we discuss about galvanic cell. So what is a cell? A cell is a device which consists of two half cells. One half cell, we call it as anodic half cell. Another half cell, we call it as cathodic half cell. So the two half cells are connected through a wire or a circuit. There are two types of cells in which we call electrolytic cell and the electrochemical cell, also called as voltaic cells. So an electrolytic cell in which the electrical energy is used to bring about a chemical reaction. This usually happens in electrolysis, electroplating, etc. An electrochemical cell, the thing is totally different, particularly the galvanic cell. These cells used for electrolysis, where in which a chemical energy is converted to an electrical energy. So galvanic cells are the electrochemical cells in which the electrons is transferred due to a redox reaction, which means an oxidation and reduction takes place simultaneously, which converts a chemical energy into electrical energy. So this diagram gives you a difference between the galvanic cell and the electrolytic cell. A galvanic cell in which the chemical energy produces electrical energy. Here, the electrical energy produces a chemical reaction. So here anode is a negative one, cathode is a positive one. But in electrolytic cell, anode is a positive one, cathode is a negative one. In the galvanic cell, spontaneous reaction occurs. In electrolytic cell, the reaction is a non-spontaneous one. In the galvanic cell, it does not require external voltage sources. In electrolytic cell, we require an external voltage by only giving an applied electrical current, chemical reaction can happen. So this is a typical galvanic cell in which the left side we have a beaker. It contains a zinc metal electrode and it is kept in a zinc sulfate solution. In the right hand side, we have a beaker which contains a copper sulfate solution and copper metal is being immersed. Both are connected by a voltmeter to understand how much electrical energy flows between the anode and cathode. In order to ensure the electrical connectivity and avoid junction potential between the liquid and solid phase, we usually have a short bridge which connects the two compartments. So the one half of the cell, we call it as anode compartment, which is in zinc. In copper, we call it as cathode compartments. So anode is a place where oxidation takes place. Zinc donates electron and becomes Zinc 2 plus. And the cathode receives the electron through the wire circuit and it undergoes a reduction. So cathode is a place where reduction takes place and the overall reaction is this. So the oxidation and reduction both takes place. So we call this reaction as a redox reaction. And why use a salt bridge? A salt bridge contains a U-tube, it having a saturated potassium chloride or sodium nitrate, the agar-agar gel. The functions of these uh, salt bridges brings connectivity between the two regions, eliminate liquid junction potential, and ensures electrical continuity between the two half cells. So the condition for an electrochemical cell to act as a standard cell, whether the electrochemical cell can be used as a standard cell, that's a big question. Because a standard cell must produce a reproductive constant EMF. And temperature coefficient of this should be very, very low. The value should not change with the temperature change or a temporal change. So the cell reaction can be written in a very simplified way. We call it as a cell diagram or a cell representation. So oxidation, that is zinc converted to zinc 2 plus, copper 2 plus will be converted to copper. So this is an oxidation reaction. and this is a reduction reaction. The double line between these which separates this anode and cathode is a salt bridge. So we learned how to construct this and what are the advantages of the galvanic cell. Thank you.